Hello and good morning. We are coming near to the end of our journey of praying with this truth of faith, of call to love. And this video is just meant to sum up the fruits and our challenge, to prepare our talks, and in order that we can transmit it for others as well. I believe that something we can do is to prepare ourselves for a school of talks. Maybe some of you have heard about what it is already. It's just to share your talk to somebody who might be able to give you some feedback. Normally, at this stage, it could be one of us misioneros or a misionera. But the important thing is to share it. It could be in the written form, as in typed out, or if you don't like to type, you could write it out in a way that is legible, or preferably even to to preach it, not to somebody or to the group of us who are preparing the same talks. Why? So that we can get a little bit of feedback, but most of all, to become confident in learning how to share our faith with others. So it's not only about how good the talk is, it's the exercise of learning how to share our faith in a way that is confident, in a way that is based on what we have prayed about, and the life experiences that we have shared or gone through. So I encourage you in this last week of preparing Call to Love to just sum up everything, write the talk point by point, so that we can already have the talk itself. Now remember, we have the 4 points. The first is Jesus is calling you, come follow me. And we talked about sins ever and for all, and then the misconceptions. Then secondly is that we say that it's a gift because it's a call of love. No, he loves you. That's why he called you, and he calls you today, and because he needs you. And the third was by a total yes to him, to reproduce his life and his mission. So all these are already in the outline, but the point is a suggestion, a simple way is in every point, just describe it in a few lines, uh, and then share an experience or your experiences in order to emphasize the point and give it power, in that sense, because our life speaks more than our words. And then lastly, sum it up with a little invitation that would connect to the next point. Actually, it naturally does. No, the after every point normally lies a question that leads us to the other point. So that could be the simple method. No, if you haven't already done it, if you have done it, that's even better. But a simple way that we propose is this. No, first describe the point with a few sentences or an idea, then share an experience that you can emphasize the point, and finish off with a kind of like invitation or question that will lead the listeners to the next point. And the last point for this talk is normally just to sum it up. No, so in preparing the talk, the last point is kind of a bridge to the next. So don't worry too much about elaborating it, but it's worth to pray. So this video will end off with the last point so that you can sum up your talk. It says, by your yes, many too will follow. So by your saying yes, which is already the process of your whole talk, you have shared how you said yes, show how others will follow as well. So in this last point, as I said, it's just to sum up, you can share your own experience of how you're following Jesus, or you're saying yes, even in the small details, has led other people also to be inspired to say yes. So it can be a big thing, it can be a small thing as well. So, for example, my saying yes to the construction, now we're doing some construction, my saying yes to the project has led other brothers to feel encouraged to also say yes, let's do it. And then, or the brothers in Vietnam, they said yes to go to Vietnam, has led there to be other vocations who have come to say yes. But we can think of a more daily example as well. When you say yes to reconcile, others feel uh, inspired also to say yes to let's try to talk things out. So just share a little example of how your yes uh, can lead others to say yes, and that's what we want in our world. People to say yes to God, to say yes to love. And if everybody says yes to love, can you imagine what our world would be like? And so you could think of an example, or it could be an example of somebody else who inspires you, or who has inspired you to say yes to God. The point here is just to sum up to say that let's just say yes to God. Say yes because others will say yes, and even if ours seems so little, it will create a ripple effect such that everybody, people around us, say yes to God. And that is the key to changing the world, not in big external ways alone, but in this simple ways of influencing and witnessing in our environment, so that little by little the hearts of people change towards love. So that's it. So let's continue with our talks, and hopefully you can share it with someone. I encourage you each one to think, who would I share this to? You can share it to me, of course, in your talk, whether it's in an outline or we can preach form, or we can organize it together, and one day we could share the talks. Or I would suggest you have your revision of life. Try to share sometimes the process, no, or with your spiritual director who you talk to. Share the process of how it has been to prepare the talk, and how it also flows over into your own daily life as a Christian. So let's think about it. So let's finish off this talk. Take one moment. I think it's just quite a simple talk. Let's not, yeah, to keep it simple, prepare it, because the main point is to share that experience of God's call. And as I said, to grow in that confidence, to share our faith, not imitating others, but sharing what God has given us to share. All right, so have a blessed weekend, and let's enjoy our faith, and to see that the Lord is really calling us to more in our faith, and to share it with our brothers and sisters, in order that our world can gradually change. So God bless.